Hello and welcome to this supplementary verse 5, which is the verse supplementary to the Thomas Egenes course. Let me bring the verse up for you. Oops, sorry. We'll get there. There we are. So as before, I will read it twice slowly and then we'll analyze it. Kotibhara samarthanam kinduram vyavasayinam kuvidesha savidyanam kahapara priyavadinam. And again, Kotibhara samarthanam kinduram vyavasayinam kuvidesha savidyanam kahapara priyavadinam. So hopefully you will be able to have the text in a separate version, maybe a printed off copy in front of you, while I go to my iPad screen. Here we are. No, here we are. Here we are. So, Kotibhara. Ko is the interrogative what or which. As a general word, what. You use the neuter form kim. What are you doing? What are you thinking about? What is this? Kim. However, it declines like an interrogative adjective. So the nominative, the masculine nominative singular is ka, the feminine is ka, and the neuter is kim. Now, if you look at atibhara, the root br, which is cognate with our English word to bear, and the Latin word ferre, to carry, and it makes the verbal learner bara, carrying, which is rather the same word, same etymology as our English word burden, something which is borne, which you have to carry. So abhara, carrying or a load. The prefix ati means over or across. For example, the root kram, to step. Atikram, to step over, to cross over. But it also means excessive or too much. So if a bhara is a burden or a load, then an atibhara is an excessive burden, something that's too much for you to carry. So when you want to say what is an excessive burden, you wouldn't in English just say what is an excessive burden, but in Sanskrit, for the what, you have to make the what agree with the noun. What is the burden? You say ko, the ka, atibhara. You use the masculine because bhara is a masculine noun. So the expression ka atibhara, which by sandhi becomes kotibhara, can mean one of two things. It can mean either which burden, which excessive burden, or what is an excessive burden. So there's an ambiguity there. In colloquial English, this meaning we would translate as what burden is excessive. In the sense you say what excessive burden, what is an overburden. Samarthanam. So kotibhara, what is an excessive burden? Samarthanam. Note in Sanskrit and in Pali, if you're saying what is an excessive burden for you, what is dear to you, what is hateful to you. In English, we would often use the expression to you, what is to or for you, what is excessive for you. In Sanskrit and Pali, in this place, you'd use a genitive. So literally, what is dear of you, what is dear to you. What is an excessive burden for you is what is an excessive burden of you. That is why we have the genitive plural, samarthanam. That means for the strong, or for the competent, for the capable. So artha, samartha, artha. It's actually from the ri, meaning to go, and you can make a verbal noun by artha, just from samatha, artha. So artha is then the analysis of the word is the place where you're going. The artha is your destination or your goal, your aim. Also means wealth. In the opening line of the Karaniya Metta Sutta in Pali, Karaniyam Atta Kusalena. This is to be done by the kusala, by the kusalena, the one who is skilled. Atta, Pali Atta, Sanskrit Artha, by one who is skilled in the goal. So if you're samartha, some meaning with, or in this context equal to, you're up to the goal. I mean, the idea is you're up to the task, you're with the task, you're equal to it, you're samartha, on a level with your task, on a level with the goal. It means you're capable of achieving it. You have the necessary competence and skill and strength to do it. So kotibhara samarthanam. So what load is excessive for the strong? I mean, you can translate it as strong, but with this subtext of capable, competent, up to the task. Kinduram vyavasayanam. Dura, as an adjective, it means far. As a neuter noun, it means distance. So kinduram can mean what is distance or what is far. What is too far away? There is what is too far away if you are determined to do it. So if you've made up your mind, if you are resolved to do it, what difference does it make if something is far away? In other words, if there's a lot of work to be done to get there. So this vyavasayanam is from a root so, or alternatively sa, meaning to finish something off. Also means to kill, but to finish something off. And with the prefix avasa, can mean to finish off. But to finish off in two senses. One is to complete a task. You finish off the work. It's done. The other is to finish off in the sense of to make up your mind about something. So you aren't finishing off the work to be done. You're finishing off the discussion whether to do it. So the idea is then behind this verb is either you finish off in the sense of, okay, we've decided what to do, end of discussion, that's the decision, we go ahead and do it, or it can mean the actual accomplishment of the work itself. And the vyavasa, which then by Santi, of course, becomes vyavasa, then that may a person who does the vyavasa is a vyavasayin, a decider, a determiner, a resolver. So kinduram, what is distance, meaning what difference does distance make, or what is far, what is too far? Vyavasayinam, it's genitive plural, vyavasayin singular, vyavasayinam, for those who are determined or resolved. The idea is those who not only make up their minds what to do, but proceed to do it. So the two meanings I gave you of vyavasaya, one is to decide to do something, the other is to get it done. Both of these two meanings may be subtly merged into one here. So the vyavasayin is not only the person who resolves to do it and is determined to do it, but who carries it through and actually finishes. So he finishes off the thinking and decides to do it and does the actual doing itself. It's the vyavasayin. So kinduram, what is far? Vyavasayinam, for the resolved. Kuvidesha savidyanam. Desha, the masculine noun, desha, is a country, as in a state, or a province. For example, and in province, actually, it's often a pradesha in Sanskrit, like a subdivision of a country. Just as in India, for example, you have Himachal Pradesh, the snow mountain province, the Himachala, literally the snow mountain. You have Uttar Pradesh, literally the northern province. Sorry, say Pradesh, because that's how it's pronounced in modern Hindi. In Sanskrit, it would be Uttara Pradesha, the northern province. And vi, the prefix vi meaning away or apart. So a videsha is a desha that's apart from, separated from your own desha. So a foreign land. So kovidesha savidyanam. What land? What is a foreign land, or what land is foreign? Ko videsha savidyanam, for the knowledgeable. So we have, let's say, analyze savidyanam. We have the root vid, meaning to see or to know. It's cognate with the Latin videre. With our English, video is just for the Latin word meaning I see, and we have vision and so on. We have the English word wit in the sense of wisdom. Well, wisdom again, that comes from the same root, wit and wisdom. The idea of seeing. Make a noun out of that. It's a feminine noun, vidya, literally seeing, but mostly used to mean knowledge. And sa, which is cognate with the Latin co, means with. Here it doesn't mean you are with something, but it means that knowledge is with you. If you are a savidya, it means you are possessed of knowledge. You have knowledge. You are a man with knowledge. Note, I'll just go on to the next page here. Vidya is a feminine noun ending in a long a. Vidya, feminine noun. This rule applies to, I think I'm right in saying, all nouns, masculine, feminine, or neuter, and whatever their ending. When they become the final element of a compound adjective, they lose the characteristic gender ending. And I'll explain exactly what I mean. Vidya, feminine noun, knowledge ending long a. If you are with knowledge, let's make it into an adjective. You're sa vidya. That long a shortens to an a. It's now like any other adjective ending in a short a, and it declines like any other adjective. So a man is savidya. A woman would be savidya. Savidya. But it becomes ya there, not because the original vidya ended in a ya, but because it's the normal feminine ending for these adjectives ending in an a. Masculine a, feminine a, neuter And the genitive plural is the regular genitive plural of the knowledgeable. So what is a foreign country for the knowledgeable. As I explained in Sanskrit, you say, what is a foreign country of the knowledgeable? So that is the adjective savidya, genitive plural savidyanam. So ko videsha savidyanam. And the last pada, kahpara priyavadinam. There's some para. It's a very common word, a little bit tricky because it's got some different meanings. It's cognate with our English word far, and also meaning then far as in a distance, far distant. And the far shore is the para, that which is far away. So the prajna param ita, prajna paramita, the prajna, the wisdom, param ita, param to the far shore, ita, gone. It also means other as opposed to self. And one of the virtues is treating others as oneself, making the interchange between, you're so full of metta, you treat others as if they are yourself. And the Atman is the self, and the para is the other. So ka para, who is other. Other has this stronger sense here, which we even see in psychological speech in modern English. Self and other. The other is something a bit hostile, outside your own boundaries. Other, self and other. But if you're a priyavadin, a friend, literally friendly speaker, sweet speaker, kapara, who is an other? What other is there if you speak in a friendly manner? The priyavadin, we know the root vad, to speak or to say. It makes a verbal noun in vada.
I didn't quite catch that.
It makes a verbal noun in vada, from which, for example, meaning a speech or a speaking, mode of speaking. It also means what you teach, as in the Theravada, that the teaching of the elders, the Theravada. If you're a something vadin, means that you speak in a certain way. It makes a person who speaks. So the priya, meaning beloved, dear, friendly. In fact, it's cognate with our English word friend. So if you're a priyavadin, it means that you speak in a friendly or kindly way. Basically, the idea is not just speaking, it's your interactions with people. If your interactions with people are based on the idea of goodwill and friendship and general metta, if you're a priyavadin, then kapara, whom do you treat as other as opposed to self? And you notice there's this ko in its different forms, ko kim and ko ka, and in each case it agrees with the following noun. We've got the ko tibhara, ko videsha. Both of these are ka, becoming ko by sandhi, and ka para. The ka stays as it is, it's followed by a p. And in kinduram, the duram is neuter. As I said, it could be either a neuter noun, what is distance, or kimduram, what is far, and that's neuter. So I will now read through this verse slowly twice for you. I'll call back the text of it, enlarge it. Here we are. Kutibharah samarthanam kinduram vyavasayinam go videshah savidyanam kahaparah priyavadinam. Kutibharah samarthanam kinduram vyavasayinam go videshah savidyanam kahaparah priyavadinam. And that concludes this video.